no opposition in Uganda. It's just cheating.
Waliwo baludda luvuganya mu ggwanga Uganda. Just bababubbi. Oh.
In the last elections, after the elections, we discovered
mu bululu bwe twakuba ku mulundi guli twakizuula ontyo
that this NUP group had infiltrated 2.7 million votes.
Nti bwe twava mu kalulu kali akaggwa twakizuula nti NUP oba group akabinja kana aka NUP kagenda maaso n'okuleeta obululu milioni 2.7 ontyo
fake votes into the system.
Obululu obwo milioni 2.7 nga bufufululufu kiwaani ne babuyingiza mu system oba ne babuteeka mu nkola entuufu ey'akalulu. Tugende maaso.
1 million was printed at Nkuruma Road here, and 1.7 million was printed in Dubai and brought here.
Emiliyoni emu ey'obululu banna NUP bano bagikubira wano ku Nkuruma Road wano mu Kampala abasinga bemmanyi ng'owino. Then emiliyoni emu n'obululu emiliyoni emu mu 7,000 ez'obululu ne balyoka baziprintingira mu ggwanga mu kibuga Dubai ne balyoka bazireeta wano. Aha.
So that's why I have been insisting on biometric verification machines.
Era nno munnange y'ensonga lwaki president yali alemerako ng'ayagala tukozese enkola ey'ebyuma bikalimagezi ebimanyiddwa nga biometric machines okukakasa abalonzi oba obuuma bu machine obwo obukakasa abalonzi. Aha.
There was some problem about coordination of how to use them.
Waliwo just obuzibuzibu mu baani abanaakozesa obuuma buno oba waliwo obuzibuzibu mu nkozesa y'obuuma buno. Aha.
But they actually work.
Amazima obuuma buno bukola ng'oggyeko okuba nti baafunamu obuzibuzibu mu baani abalina okubukozesa obuuma buno bukola.
They used them in Bulambuli, the whole district, in the presidential elections.
Obuuma buno baabukozesezzaako mu Bulambuli district era mu district yonna nga bukola bulungi.
Used the BV, those verification machines, and they worked very well. And I was able to defeat my indisciplined sons.
Obuuma buno twabugezesezzaako oba twabukozesezzaako mu Bulambuli mu kalulu akawedde era nga bwakoze bulungi okwetolola district yonna ekitundu ekyo kyonna era y'ensonga lwaki nasobodde okukuba akalulu oba okumegga abatabani bange bano abatalina bulungi mpisa eba indisciplined boys abalenzi bange bano abatalina mpisa.
Bobi Wine and Nandara, because Nandara is the one who was trying to confuse our people there.
Mwabo be yasobodde okumegguza mu Bulambuli district nga bakozesa obuuma mwe muli omulenzi oyo Bobi Wine ne Nandala Mafabi ne Ithani kubanga be babadde bagezaako okubuzaabuza abantu be mu side zizeeyo.
Very clearly 65% in 65% in Namsindwa, 60% in Bulambuli.
Kirabwa nayonka nti namegguza bano n'enkoona ne zinywa ku ttaka ebitundu 65 bye nafunye eby'obululu mu Bulambuli district ebitundu nkaaga n'obutundutundu obugwamu mu bitundu ebirala kirabwa naayonka.
I hear they also worked well in NUP, but I have not got the details. Now, yesterday...
Era nawuliddeko nti bwakoze na bulungi nnyo mu district ngeya NUP. Era lwakuba sinafuna bulungi information ntuufu esembayo nenga nawulidde nti ne mu NUP eyo obuuma buno bwakoledde ddala bulungi nnyo era y'ensonga lwaki
In these other elections, they have been used, apparently. In Masaka, they were used. And that's how the NRM, I hear, swept the councillors there.
Ndi era ne mu bitundu ebirala obuuma buno gye bukozeseddwako nga mu bendo ly'e Masaka twawulidde oba gye twajje obuwanguzi bw'abakansala abawererako ddala aba NRM.
In Masaka, because the previous election they were cheating, and some of the regional police commander there was part of the cheating process.
Ndi mu biseera biri nga tebakozesezza buuma buno abantu babadde babba nnyo obululu naddala mu Masaka eyo ate ng'oluusi bayambibwako na ba regional commanders oba abakulu ba police ez'enjawulo era nga bebagezaako okuyambako abantu bano mu kwetaba mu kibba bululu.
I removed him, and yesterday I hear NRM got 43 positions out of 52 in Masaka. So, therefore,
ndi bwe yamaze okulaba enkola eyo oba bwe yalaba enkola eyo y'ensonga lwaki ku mulundi guno mu Masaka yasobodde okuwangula ebifo 43 ku ebyo ebifo 50 nga NRM ebitutte. N'olwekyo NRM esobola okuganyulwamu obulungi ennyo n'etabbibwa bululu.
In order to stabilize the country and to
mu mbeera ey'okutebenkeza eggwanga, I don't know whether okay kasooke to translating mu mbeera y'okutebenkeza eggwanga
make the leaders okweguya abantu. The leaders must okweguya. How do you translate it?
Mu mbeera y'okutebenkeza eggwanga, to stabilize our country, be bakulembeze okubeera nga beeguya abantu ababalonda. Yeyo yokka engeri yokka n'omunnange eggwanga lye lisobola okutebenkeramu nga betwalonda batweguya. President abadde yeebuuza ekigambo okweguya mu luzungu oba kyeki?
They must feel beholden to the population. They must know that if I don't serve the people, they will not vote me next time.
Agamba nti engeri y'okutebenkezaamu eggwanga kwe kubeera nga abalondeddwa beeguya ababalonze era nga babeeguyiza ddala, kubanga kijja kusobozesa abo abalondeddwa okujjukiranga nti bwe bataakola ebyo abaabalonda bye baagala basobola okubajjayo ne bateekayo omuntu omulala.
But if you allow cheating to go on, if I can be elected whether I serve the people or not by cheating,
naye singa oleka ekibba bululu ne kigenda mu maaso oba oleka obubbi ne bugenda mu maaso, ne bwembanze ye president kennyini nti ne bw'aba ye oba mwamulonda oba temwamulonda,
by ballot stuffing, by multiple voting, by altering results. Why would anybody bother to please the population?
Ne bwaba ye kennyini oba mwamulonda oba mbate mwamulonda oba katugambe yenyigira mu kibba bululu, yenyigira mu kubuzaabuza ebivudde mu bululu, yenyigira mu kwongeramu obululu, lwaki yali badde afaayo gye muli? Lwaki yandibadde abeeguya nga si mmwe mwamulonda? Kubanga yabba bubbi n'akola ki? N'ayitawo. Aha.
So apart from okuchenura, the other big task in order to stabilize the country is okwemeka the people of Uganda. The people of Uganda must be the only authority who decides who leads them.
Eko okuchemuka izo obubbi ng'ogyeko okubba. Mu ngeri yokka oba engeri yokka ey'okustabilizinza eggwanga, ey'okutebenkeza eggwanga, kwe kukakasa nti weeguya abakulonze oba weeguya abalonzi. Aha.
This is my strong advice. I have been working on this for the last 65 years. I think I'm about to succeed with the biometric machines because they are really working.
Era agamba nti yengeri yokka awa amagezi ku ngeri y'ekyo ekimulwanyiza emyaka kumpi 65 ng'ayagala okukiggusa, era alowooza nti anaatera okutuuka ku nkomekerero yakyo, naddala nga tukozesa enkola ey'obuuma buno bu BVVK machines okusobola okuba nti tumalawo ekibba bululu. Aha.
The electoral people did not know how to use them well, but where they use them well, they are a panacea.
Nti obuuma bwo bwagezeseddwa bukolera ddala bulungi nnyo, just abakakiiko k'ebyokulonda be bagenda maaso n'okuba nti tebafuna nkozesa yaabwo nnungi.
For all these problems. And also thank the Electoral Commission for organizing this function very well.
N'olw'ensonga eyo yeebaliza ddala omukulu oyo ataddeko akamwenyumwenyu, yeebaza akakiiko k'ebyokulonda olw'okuteekateeka obulungi omukolo guno aguyise na function. Yeebaliza ddala akakiiko k'ebyokulonda olw'okutegeka omukolo omulungi ogw'ebyokulonda eggwanga mwe lyayira Pulezidenti Yoweri Kaguta Museveni obululu obw'emiliyoni 8 n'awangulira ku bitundu 7.1.
Organizing this function very well. No opposition.
Ebimu ku ebyo ebigambo President Museven bya emphasizinzeeko tewakyaliwo baludda luvuganya mu ggwanga Uganda. Ekyo yakyogedde. Tewaliiwo ludda luvuganya mu Uganda. Why? Because babaddenga bakola bukozi gwa kubba bululu nga tebabeera mu kuvuganya kwa mirembe. Yensonga lwaki yabasalira amagezi agamba n'aleeta oba n'akubiriza nnyo wakiri tukozesa enkola eno ey'okukozesa obuuma bwe tuyita bu biometric machines oba bu BVVK machines. Era President agamba obuuma buno mu bitundu gye bwakola okugeza nga mu Bulambuli yawangulira waggulu ebitundu 65 ku buli 100, ekitegeeza nti abantu ebikibiina ky'opposition baali tebalina we bayita kwongera mu bululu bwabwe nga bwe gwali bwagamba nti mu kalulu kali akagwa 2021 NUP yakwata obululu emiliyoni 2.7 egy'obululu n'egitabika mu bululu obwali butegekeddwa akakiiko k'ebyokulonda nti emiliyoni 1 obululu obwo babuprintingira wano ku Nkuruma Road abasinga gye mumanyi nga NASA, emiliyoni 1 n'emitwalo 7 egy'obululu ne bagimportinga oba ne bagijja mu ggwanga mu Dubai ne bagiyingiza Uganda, era obululu ne babikola ki? Ne babutabika muno. Munange video bwo bumaze okugiwa ka like nga nkunnyonnyola. President ayongeddeyo n'alaga nti mu bitundu nga Bulambuli, Namisindwa, Mwami Kyagulanyi abalenzi bano abatawanye nnyo Bobi Wine ne Nathan Nandala Mafabi gye baali bawuddisa abantu be yabameggerayo bubi nnyo era in fact indisciplined boys abalenzi bano abatalina mpisa Mwami Kyagulanyi Bobi Wine and Nathan Nandala Mafabi abo bwe batyo yabameggerayo era yawulira konti ne munebbi eyo obuuma gye bwakolera ddala bulungi nnyo newankubadde tannafuna kikakasa nti bwakolera ddala buki bwakolera ddala bulungi n'ayongerayo nti obuuma buno bu BVVK machines bwakolera ddala bulungi nnyo mu kalulu kano k'abakansala juzi local governments ewawedde Masaka ku bifo 50 bwamuwaddeko ebifo 43 kitegeeza nti NUP yabadde teriimu gozirini wa kibba bululu kyonna era president agamba ekibadde kimulwanya kumpi emyaka 65 alabika atuuse ku nkomekerero yakyo nti ekibba bululu kigenda kuba tekikyakola ki tekikyaddamu kweyoleka mu ggwanga Uganda era obuuma bwakolera ddala okuleka obunafu oba obugayavu bwa akakiiko k'ebyokulonda akatatwala budde kusomesa bantu bagenda kukozesa ki buuma buno kakati president Museven yagamba obuuma ekyabulemesa okukola mu bitundu ebimu abaali babukozesa be batafuna kusomesebwa oba okubangulibwa okutuufu Minister wa ICT Ms.Balyomwos avuddeyo olwaleero mu Parliament n'agamba ekyaleetera obuuma buno okukola obubi zaali nsonga za software si zaabano kulemererwa kukozesa buuma buno agamba obuuma buno bwali abali operating nga bali tebalina buzibu naye obuzibu bwali ku software era tetusobola kunenyeza abantu bawoma mutwe mu kutumya buuma buno oba tetusobola bavunaana olw'ensonga zaali za software kati o minister wa ICT Ms.Balyomwos bwayogedde back to president bw'aba agamba nti there is no opposition in Uganda because babadde nga bacheatinga how sure are we nti mu kalulu kano temwabaddemu kucheatinga because there are so many districts obuuma buno BVVK machines gye bwagaana okuoperatinga oba gye bwagaana okukola akulira akakiiko k'ebyokulonda n'atuuka n'okulangirira nti kakati abantu balonde nga bakozesa voters register lwaki eyali yeewala okubbibwa president yakkiriza akakiiko k'ebyokulonda kayongereyo okulonda kugende mu maaso mu bitundu obuuma we buganye okay 2 obuuma we bubanga bwagaana lwa software oba kale katutwale kya president obuuma we bwagaana lwa bugayavu bw'akakiiko k'ebyokulonda obutasomesa bulungi bantu babukozesa obuuma obwo lwaki president ate wali badde weebaza akakiiko k'ebyokulonda olw'okutegeka obulungi omukolo ogwo ogw'okulonda muzeeyi ekyo lwaki wali badde okyebaza nakyo bwe tuba tukyebuuza kubanga omaze okulaba weaknesses oba potholes ebituli ebinnya ebiri awo emiwaatwa gye baalekawo NUP FDC n'ebibiina ebirala bikubbiremu obululu and yet you emphasized the electoral commission to use biometric verification machines ndabanga president nawo olabika tewatunuuliddewo nnyo naliiso George okuba nti wa emphasizinga isi ekozese obuuma era ne bugulibwa ku nsimbi z'omumisolo but at the end of it obuuma bitundu ebimu ne bulema okuperforminga obulungi oba ne bugaana okukolerako ddala ne tudda ku nkola eyakubbisa era kati n'ovaayo ne weebaza eyategeka okulonda okwo I don't think nti mwami Simon Mugenyi Byabakamu omulamuzi aba yakola omulimu omulungi oguba gumwetaagisa okuba nti gumwebazisa mpozi ng'omwebaza lwakuba mu challenges zonna oba mu kusomoozebwa kwonna president wasobola okuyitawo n'owangula ku bitundu 71 n'obululu miliyoni 8 n'ebigenderawo okay now bwe tubadde tuli mu parliament olunaku olwaleero kubadde kulya na Komba Suwani basajja kwevuga 210 leader of opposition Joel Ssenyonyi ayongedde okubeera nga alabisa ayongedde okuadressinga ensonga oboolyawo ne minister eyavaayo juzi n'ayogera ebigambo Ms.Balyomwos minister wa ICT avuddeyo n'abanga oboolyawo atuuka ku level oba squeezingiddwa enyigiriziddwa olw'akajojijoji w'ebibuuzo ebiwulikise nga ebiweereddwako ansa nze ze ngenda okuyita enjabayaba era ezituuse n'okuteekesa order mu Parliament. Akubiriza Parliament y'olwaleero amyuka Speaker Thomas Tayebwa. Leader of Opposition abuuzizza procedures oba emitendera egyayitibwamu okuteeka ebyokwerinda mu maka ga mwami Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu n'okutuusa essaawa za kakati ng'obululu bwaggwa nga minisita wa ICT ensonga gy'amuwa tuwulirize Ssenyonyi eno eggwera mu ddakiika nga 10-19. Luzungu Oluganda sigenda kutemera naye nsuubira ojja kuba owulira buli detail. Bwe munaaba mwetaaze tukaddemu tujja kakola ku nkomerero y'omwaka gwa 2026. Nze Vicky video giweka like tusimbudde tuyinga Parliament eyina abasajja bulijjo oba oliawo betasaanidde kubanga bavaamu batyo. Era singa Nakawa yakubye Joro Ssenyonyi akalulu nga bwe kyabadde ku honorable ow'ekira municipality Ssemujjunganda ne Parliament nayo lunaku olwaleero abaddemu era naye kiwamba abantu akyogeddeko. Katuwulirize Parliament nga bwebadde owulire n'engeri minisita wa ICT ebigambo obaoliawo bwe bimubuzeemukko ne batuuka n'okugenda mu argument oba okukaayana. Speaker nazze embeera mu nteeko tuteereyo akatambi ako.
Speaker, the Minister for Information has said that the home of the Honorable Kyagulanyi is suspected to be used as a public disorder hub. Those are the words that he used. And therefore there is access control. I think you should not operate in the dark. If you think that my home has got an issue with public order, accessibility, why do you not bring me on board so that I know what can I do, what can I not do? Because now you know, but the family doesn't know. So when they come, they are banging doors, the wife refuses to open. She's thinking, are these coming in good faith or not? Eventually they break and beat her up. But when you inform the family that now these are the standard operating procedures, no one is supposed to visit you, no one is supposed to bring food for you, then we know, and we also get to see what can we challenge. But now you know. The family does not know. Yesterday his siblings went to see him, to see the family. They were denied access. So can we know, Honorable Minister, it's not enough for you to say we have put in place access controls. To what effect? Because when I know, then tomorrow if I flout what you have laid down, if it is legal, I can be held liable. People are still abducted. Right, Honorable Speaker, on the eve of the election, colleague leaders in my political party, one, our deputy president in charge of Western Uganda, Jolie Jacqueline Tukamushaba, a lady who is well known to you, was abducted. To date, her whereabouts are not known. The Honorable Lina Zedriga, our deputy president in charge of Northern Region, was abducted on election eve. To date, her whereabouts are not known. A gentleman called John Mary Sebuf, who is a councillor, and several others. You see the challenge about these issues. We keep raising them and some colleagues say, but you are pestering us. Yes, we shall pester using this platform that we have. It is unacceptable that people get abducted and their whereabouts are not known for 1 day, for a week, come into 2 weeks. Why can't people be produced in court? Government needs to help us understand. I'm not above the law. No one is. I can be suspected to have committed an offense. But what does the law say? Arrest me vis-a-vis the law, produce me in a court of law. But when you hold me somewhere, family cannot access me, lawyers cannot access me. What do you want us to do? What do you want people to do? And when you complain about these issues, some people think we are being too much. Perhaps until it happens to you. And it has happened to colleagues, by the way, across the aisle. So these are critical issues. First, detach the political affiliation and whatever you think is the reason for this person's arrest. But can the law prevail? And these concerns have got to be addressed, Honorable Speaker. Hundreds of people arrested, polling agents, people held in police cells for more than the 48 hours that are allowable within the law. That is not proper. And when we raise these issues, let's address them as people's representatives. Forget that I am NUP or NRM, because it can happen to any of us. These foundational principles have got to be respected and fought for by all of us in this room, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I saw and I see the good doctor, Minister of Information, is here with us. My party leader, after the election, his house was raided, the Honourable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, who is an OB of this house. He managed to sneak away. I kept seeing the military, I kept seeing the Minister of Information here saying no one is after him. But as they were saying that, the military was continuously descending on his home, raided it, broke into it, beat up his wife and family members. And the following day, the minister and other dignitaries were saying, no one is after this man. I said, look, just like I have made it succinctly clear, no one is above the law. If there is an offense that the Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert is suspected of having committed, whether it be running for president, some people think it is an offense that you can challenge the Bush war general, and so it's an offense. Whatever offense it is, why don't summons get to be issued to him? So that then he's able to show up and is charged. Honourable Speaker, yesterday his siblings tried to access his home. After the minister again said, no, all is well, people can access. His siblings went there yesterday. And police officers, several of them deployed there, they said, we don't have authority to allow anybody to access his place. I want to know, is it official that the Honourable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert is under house arrest? And for that matter, people cannot access his family. And for that matter, it should continue this way. Because why are you not summoning him if there's a particular offense that he has committed? And again, Honourable Speaker, let's forget that this is the leader of the NUP, which you might not like. That's okay. But this is a Ugandan. This is a leader for all intents and purposes. Why is the law operating this way? And Honourable Speaker, the good minister here has got experience with the law being absquatulated. He suffered a similar fate when he was abducted. He was taken away for days on end. His family members were looking for him. Colleagues in this house spoke out on the Hansard, by the way. They said, where is Honourable Ms.Balyomwos? Government, where have you taken him and all the others? People fought for you. Yes. Until eventually, government, due to the pressure exerted by members here and elsewhere, they produced the gentleman in court. But we're saying, why were you hiding him, whatever, and treating him the way they were? Right, Honourable Speaker.
Conclude, LOP. We want a stable Uganda. We want if you think you were rigged or you were treated unfairly, there are channels of court, but not an civilized way of inciting Ugandans. And security has a responsibility to ensure that you and I are safe in this country. Because me being a candidate, whether presidential, parliamentary, is not a license to threaten you and harm your security as a Ugandan. And therefore, whatever actions you see security doing is in that line that they have a duty with the leave of the Speaker.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, allow me to congratulate my colleagues. Though many of us came in different ways, others through the door, others through the window, but all the same, I congratulate everyone. The clarification I would like to seek from our Minister. Our Minister, the leader of opposition raised very important concern about the Vice Chair of Northern Uganda of NUP. She disappeared. The family is looking for where she is. What we are interested in knowing is, tell us, where is she? Where have you detained her? And what charges was preferred before her? Right now, many people are disappearing. Be straight to the point and tell us where are those who are lost, where they are. That is where we want to go. Thank you.
Well, I thought that point had been addressed by the Minister of Internal Affairs, but okay.
Colleagues, once it clocks 3 p.m., we are going back on the order paper. So, Minister, conclude.
Okay. I think police and security agencies are doing their work. If there are people who are breaching the law, police and other agencies are mandated by law to take action. What we have guided security is that if they arrest somebody, he or she should be arrested roughly and taken to gazetted centers and processed in accordance with the law. Now, cases of those you are saying have been abducted, I cannot confirm here that someone has been abducted because there is a law on missing persons. If your dear one goes missing for a number of days, the law requires you to report to police that my person is missing, and then the law commands police now to assist you in search of such a person. But the information I have that those who are being arrested are being processed for court, and then they are charged and handled accordingly. We do not condone abducting or arresting people and keeping them in areas which are not known. That is not the position of government. But the Minister of Information, rather of Security, Internal Affairs, maybe later, can give us information regarding those cases you are reporting. Lastly, Right Honourable Speaker, you have guided on the biometric voter verification kits. I chaired a committee of cabinet that prepared that intervention of using the technology. And indeed, it is the government which initiated it, and the purpose was to ensure one person, one vote. Just supplement the efforts of voter verification. Unfortunately, on the day of voting, we got a report that there were technical hitches. I was given a report on phone as the Minister of ICT, but an agreement was made with the Electoral Commission that voting goes on using the manual register. And the failure for the machines to work on that day did not in any way injure the integrity of the exercise. Yes, but eventually the technical hitches, there were software-related technical hitches, but I think a report will come. The voting still went on because in any case, candidates are supposed to have strong agents to ensure that they oversee whatever happens, and I think the exercise went on well. But eventually the technical hitches were sorted, and in the subsequent elections for all governments, the machines are being used very effectively. But the Minister for Justice can come and give us a substantive report. But it was the intention of government, so it cannot be the same government to have changed the mind that we don't use them. Because it wasn't an idea from the opposition. It was President Museven himself. So I just want to assure you that it didn't injure the integrity of the elections, and going forward, the machines shall be used for any other subsequent elections. I thank you very much.
Honourable Speaker, I think it's because the modus operandi really is that for any colleague here to be arrested, someone's go through your office. But of course what we saw with the Honourable Mwanga Kivumbi is that his home was raided by the military. Thankfully, and imagine I'm saying thankfully for him, he was not disappeared away. He was taken to police and then court. Never mind that the raid was outside of the law really. The concern about the others is they were taken and we don't know where they are. Honourable Speaker, the Minister for Information has said that the home of the Honourable Kyagulanyi is suspected to be used as a public disorder hub. Those are the words that he used. And therefore there is access control. I think you should not operate in the dark. If you think that my home has got an issue with public order, accessibility, why do you not bring me on board so that I know what can I do, what can I not do? Because now you know, but the family doesn't know. So when they come, they are banging doors, the wife refuses to open. She's thinking, are these coming in good faith or not? Eventually they break and beat her up. But when you inform the family that now these are the standard operating procedures, no one is supposed to visit you, no one is supposed to bring food for you, then we know, and we also get to see what can we challenge. But now you know, the family does not know. Yesterday his siblings went to see him, to see the family. They were denied access. So can we know, Honorable Minister, it's not enough for you to say we have put in place access controls. To what effect? Because when I know, then tomorrow if I flout what you have laid down, if it is legal, I can be held liable.
Thank you.
Finally, Honorable Speaker, again, this talk of there are people inciting violence and that's why the state is operating that way. Incitement of violence is an offense in this country. Why don't you charge them? If you think the Honorable Chagulanyi has incited violence, issue him with summons. That's what I've been saying. But for you to say he's inciting violence, that's why we shall raid his home, break things, beat up his wife. You're operating outside the law. Issue him with summons. And very finally, Honorable Speaker, you see, abductions, and why we call this abductions, the Minister for Internal Affairs, who was saying that, yes, I went through, even though I'm saying the process was unfair. You see, we blame Idi Amin's regime of having killed people, and yes, they did. But Idi Amin did not kill everybody who was present in the country at the time. But let me get back to my point. The reason we are calling these abductions is because how can 7 days later, 2 weeks later, families don't know where they are? Honorable Minister, you have said that you are aware that for some of these, they are being processed for court. Tell me, you quote for me a law which says you can hold somebody for 7 days, for 2 weeks. The family doesn't know. Lawyers don't know. But you're saying you're processing them for court. How is that legal? How? You help me understand. Because if you're processing them for court, the family has got to be able to access them. Lawyers should be able to access them. If they're writing statements, they have a right to have legal counsel with them. But you're saying 10 days later you're processing them for court. We don't know the state in which they are. Family cannot access them. You, with due respect, the Honourable Minister should be ashamed of telling us these things that are outside the law. You should be apologizing the same way you're saying government it apologized to you and you forgave them. You should be saying, let's...
Honourable Minister, for information.
The NUP doesn't qualify to lecture me in this house. You don't. I thought you had to make it. Okay, give order.
Right, Honourable Speaker.
Honourable, I haven't allowed you, please. No, I haven't. You ask when you're seated. No, just first sit. Because you see, when you stand up, you access a microphone, you remain standing. You need to first take your position. Colleagues, we've been moving well. This shouldn't be an exchange just between the two colleagues. Honourable Balyomwos, please wait. Honourable Balyomwos, wait. Honourable Minister, wait a bit. Yeah. Now, the problem I'm seeing, Honourable colleagues, the problem I'm seeing, it seems we prefer talking to each other on microphones and in the public. But we are colleagues. I don't think LOP, you call General Muhozi here, and he refuses to pick your call. Or General Muhozi, you call LOP, or Honorable Balyomwos. Because now what we are doing, we are exchanging before the public or the Prime Minister. You know, I think let us also use other means beyond the cameras and the microphones to help our colleagues, to be honest. And we have resolved very many issues that way. You know, so I request, Honorable Sarira is telling me accountability is on camera. Please, Slop.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. The Honourable Balyomwos is attempting to intimidate me. Obviously, he will not succeed to intimidate Joel Ssenyonyi. When he says that I am in no place to lecture him, but who have I lectured here? I am raising critical issues of concern to all of us, matters of law. So how do you say that I'm now standing up to lecture you? I'm quoting for you the law. And that is the critical concern. Why do you not address, I don't know if it's in order to try and address my person. I'm not attacking you. If it were him as Minister of Information, I would still raise the issues of concern to him. Why do you not raise these issues of concern when we say, no, these are not arrests?
Thank you.
Can I be allowed to finish a point of order, sir? I was processing the point of order.
Honorable colleagues, please. No, please.
It's important I raise...
Conclude.
Because I don't want him to again make it seem like it's a personal issue. No, it is a matter of law. And why we are concerned, when people are abducted and for days on end we don't see them, they might end up becoming like John Bosco Chibalama, whom the Prime Minister said he was arrested. Up to now, she has never accounted for him. 6 years later. That's why we are concerned. I don't want the same thing that happened to Chibalama to happen to Lina Zedriga.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, no, Honorable Balyomwos, I have to rule. There is a point of order against you.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I think what I said, and the NUP should listen, I said there are arrests being made and are being processed in accordance with the law so that the suspects appear in court. That's what I said. Secondly, I said the government of Uganda does not abduct. But if your dear one goes missing, there is a law which guides you on how you can report police, and the police can assist you to look for that person. I am alive to the law in this country as a member of Parliament. So if you are saying there is an abduction, it is your word against us. We are not aware of an abduction. But if your person has gone missing, report police. Then the police can help you to look for the person.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Otherwise, those who are being arrested are taken to court, charged and processed accordingly.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Amanya gange nze Kibira Hassan okuva mu Kibira Construction Company Limited. Tutunda amataka, tuzimba amayumba. Tuddaabiriza amayumba, renovation tugikola, tusima amazzi. Ffe aba Kibira Construction Company Limited. Tutunda amataka, ag'ebyapa, ag'endagaano, ku makubo ag'enjawulo okugeza Hoima Road, Bombo Road, Masaka Road, Mitiyana Road. Ate tukiriza ne kibanja mpola. Osobola tukyalirako ku offices zaffe ezisangibwa Ssenge wa Kiso. Oba tukubire ku masimu gaffe 0755 36 37 82. Ojje tugende mu maaso n'okwogereza ku business yonna gy'oboolese mu office yaffe nga bw'enzoogeddeko waggulu. Tujja kwataganira wamu kubanga bye tukola tubikola nga biri mu kubogolokofu. Buli kimu ekigwa mu construction company tukikola. Bw'oba olina ky'oyagala okwebuuza era tukyalireko ffe bakibira tukubire buli kimu tusobola okukimala. Ntuusa omukisa okubabuuzaako nti assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Amanya Alhaji Idi Binywera Alkadiri omusomi w'eddwa ez'obuwanguzi duwe eziyambibwa Kongo ofukamidde ku kyoto ekyo kyolabaawo ekiyitibwa kanoonya ekikunoonyeza obuwanguzi ekikunoonyeza amaanyi ekikunoonyeza okufuna ekikunoonyeza emirembe mu dunia n'oba nga oli bweru wa ggwanga passport zo zakyankalana buli kimu kyonna ne visa ekyoto ekyo kye neeyambisa n'enteekako ne empeke z'ebinyeebwa ezo n'enzisimba ku lusuku ekinyeebwa kibwe kimala okumera n'ekijanjaalo ekyo Allahumma gafiri wallahi yazukuna salatu wassalamu bamaze otuuka ku buwanguzi Nyagego Alhaji Idi Binywera omusomi w'eddwa ey'obuwanguzi ey'ekibala okuli n'ekyoto ekyo kiyitibwa kanoonya eky'obuwanguzi ekikunoonyeza emaali ey'emikisa era ey'emirembe. Ennamba yange eri 0703 54 69 31 ne ku WhatsApp kweri 0703 54 69 31. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.